You ever see that meme where it's the two trash cans that are rolling down the hill, and then that guy in the background is like, "It's a race to the finish." Yeah, that's how this game went. What's up, everybody? TN Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of the Tennessee Titans, which feels just more and more like a therapy session. Just them and the Preds are just beating me down emotionally, man. And I don't know how much more that I can take, but I promise you, I'm going to hold on. And I promise I will give it my all to deliver some kind of joy. It's very hard to find, but I promise, I am your mouthpiece, Titans fans. And here today, I gotta talk about not just us losing to any team, but losing to the Jaguars. Not just losing to the Jaguars, losing to the Jaguars and not even scoring a single touchdown. Titans lose to the Jags. 10-6. For most of this game, this looked like a soccer score. I mean, man. Okay, lots to get into right here. So let's just get into it, man. I'm going to start crying already. I haven't even started yet. I'm just going to go ahead and start crying. But please excuse me if I do. But again, Titans fan. So first half, our opening drive, it was a good one. Pollard had some good runs. I do wish that we scored 7, but you know what? At that moment, I was like, you know what? I will take the 3 points. Folk, he almost had me for a little bit. That ball just kind of sneaked in, but it's good. It's good. And with that field goal by Folk, that already meant that we had a better first quarter than the one we had last week against the Commanders. Jags. So the Jags' first drive, they are driving as well, and then Mac Jones, he floats a pass into coverage, and then Awuzie, the former Bengal, picks him off, his 7th pick of his career. And for Awuzie, good for him. Very good moment here. His first game since week 3. Which, to be honest, I wanted to bring that up because that's probably the only highlight for us that we got in this first half. Mainly because shortly after that pick, we have a 15-play, 90-yard drive. Takes up over 8 minutes of time. We get to the 2-yard line. Okay, so now, backing up here. We had some good runs. Pollard has some good runs. And we're driving. We're right to the 2. Then for some reason, we choose to pass on all of our plays. And then we go for it on 4th down. Jeffrey Simmons comes in at fullback. And so, as this play was going on, I think Jeffrey, he was the main target. Levis, he did look at him. He did not take that shot. He throws the other way to the net, even though Okonkwo was wide open. He could just walk right in there. Levis just didn't see him. And we come up empty. A 90-yard drive. Takes up 8 minutes. Pretty much the rest of the second quarter. And we come up with nothing. 0. So that gives the Jags the ball back. And on their final drive, they go 13 plays, 52 yards, Jones, he was just picking us apart just little by little here. I think that's mainly because we were playing too deep. Guys, okay, Jones threw a pick earlier. Do you think he's really going to take another shot again? No! Just play man. Just get up on him. That's how we can beat him, but we just did not do it for the longest time. Thankfully, on 2nd and 3, a series of events here. So, apparently, on Thomas for offensive pass interference, and then with 7 seconds left. Jones, he was looking for Bigsby, but his pass gets intercepted by Reese. So with all that being said, there's only like 1 second left in the first half. Clearly this half did not go the way that I hoped that it was going to go. So I just assumed that Callahan would just have Levis take the knee, and then we just go, we can just go to the locker room. Nope. Nuh-uh. We decided to run a play, and just the worst thing happens here. Levis gets absolutely obliterated by Josh Allen. Just drilled him right into the ground. Fell on his elbow, his throwing arm. So I was like, y'all, just take the knee. Take the dadgum knee. So second half, midway through the third, thankfully Levis, he did play for the rest of this game. But you know what? If I'm just thinking it off the top of my head here, I don't think he took as many deep shots in the second half. Again, mainly because of Josh Allen and him hitting him on his throwing arm. That definitely had to play a factor. But still, it was just good to see Levis play. We have an 11-play, 45-yard drive. And actually, here is a deep pass right here. Here is one. Levis, he finds Nick Westbrook-Akide with a nice sliding catch. And, oh my gosh. I just hate when, I'm talking about something good with the Titans. We have a drive, and then I have to talk about us getting like a field goal. It stinks, but it is what it is. So, folk, you know what? He makes the field goal. It is now 6-0. So Jags, they do respond with a nice drive of their own, where Thomas had 4 consecutive catches. Guys, wrap him up. Bring him down, man. 4th and 2. Jags decided to go for it, and Bigsby up the middle. It's a 12-yard gain, and Bigsby, one of the best players after yards after contact in the league, and he shows it right here. 3rd and 4. Jones, he is hit by Reese. It forces the incompletion. Jags do take the 3, so now it is 6-3. Like how thrilling was like this game, right? It's just unbelievable, man. Next Jags drive. Jones is scrambling. And just, okay, you know what? Not just here, but just almost all game long. There were moments when Jones, he looked like Patrick Mahomes out there. Just scrambling, making plays, throwing on the run. This is Mac Jones. He's not known for this. When he was a Bama, he was not a scrambler. He was not. And now here he is, right here. He's making, all these throws. Unbelievable, man. And on this play, on this 3rd down play, he found Thomas on 3rd and 4. So one thing that I do want to say about this play, mainly, was Arden Key. Arden Key, he was covering Thomas, but when Jones decided to scramble out, Key went and wanted to go get Jones. But you know what? I get that part of your job is getting sacks. I do understand that. But you cannot leave that. You cannot leave him. You can't leave Thomas wide open like that. You just can't do it, man. And then on 2nd and 6, Bigsby, he takes it for an 8-yard score. It is 10-6 Jags. So we need a good drive. We've needed one for a while. But we have another good one here. 1st and 10, Levis finds Calvin Ridley deep down the field. So we are driving, right? It is like do or die. Clock is rolling. We get down to the 11-yard line. Levis on 3rd down. He finds Ridley wide open. He has the first down right in front of him, but he chooses to step out of bounds. Calvin! Dude! What was that? I mean, did Calvin not know that this was 3rd down? Because it looked like he stepped out of bounds willingly. He didn't even turn upfield, even though he easily could have with his speed. He chooses to go out of bounds. And again, that's game awareness right there. And really, he paid for it. Fourth down. Levis, he tries to find Westbrook in the end zone. Savage brings him down, which at that moment when that happened, I was kind of hoping that we would get like a sympathy flag. No, sorry. We are not the Chiefs. Like, we don't get those ever. So Jags get the ball back, and you know what? Why do you do that at times? Why do you give me hope? Jags have a first down penalty, and then on third down they run the ball. They do not get it. We have one timeout left. You know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe we could have had a shot here. But on this final drive, Levis, he just couldn't find anybody. And so on fourth down, right? Game is on the line. We have to get this. Before the play starts, Petit Frere, once again, he burns us. He gets called for another false start. This dude is killing me. Why do we still start him? He's gonna do this stuff. But then final play, Levis, he tries to throw to Boyd into triple coverage. I mean, not the best choice, but I mean, like, what choice did Will have at like that point? It is incomplete, and the boos rain down in Nashville, and rightfully so. This was a game that I thought, I thought we were gonna like blow them out. Honestly, after. We had a bad week when we played the Commanders. That game just got away from us. But here at home, against a division rival who's lost like 5 straight, I thought we were gonna just kill them right here. But the Jags win. Didn't even get to the end zone once. That was rough. You know what? Me and my dad, we were actually looking for tickets before this game. Like, we were actually looking for tickets to this game right here because, like, we didn't go to a Titans game. But, like, we were looking at this one, and, we were like, maybe we should go. Thankfully, we did not. That was a big bullet that we dodged. And actually, speaking of my dad, he had this great quote that I wanted to write down and share with all of you, because I think this is a perfect quote that just sums up this game. So he said, "We snatched defeat from the jaws of victory." That's how it went. Mainly, we should have won this game. Absolutely. But you know what? Going back to Brian Callahan and what he did on that fourth down play, if Brian had just swallowed his pride, because we're on the 2-yard line. I get that Brian wants to go for like the big score. I do understand that. But in a game like this, where both teams' offenses clearly have been struggling, points by any means are still points, and you have to take those. Brian did not, but just saying, if he did, if he sent Folk out, Folk probably would have made that field goal, and then at the end of the game, it would have been 9-10, and then we wouldn't have to go for it on that fourth down, and then Folk can take that 3 and probably make it because he has been red hot, and we still could have won 12-10. Nope! Just every week now almost. This Titans team right here, they just find new ways to disappoint me, and I'm sure to disappoint the other Titans fans out there. And you know what, though? One thing is that, it's not the main reason why we are losing as of right now. I don't think it has to do with a lack of talent on our team, because we have, talented players. Absolutely right here. We have talent. Tony Pollard had another 100-yard day. Nick Westbrook, a Keenan for crying out loud. Whoever had him in fantasy the past 7 to 8 games, they had to be feeling great coming into this game right here. You know what? I think he only had like 1 catch the entire game. That's unreal. It's unreal and it's unacceptable. But you know what? Let's talk about Levis right here because we have to. So Will in this game was 19 for 32, 168 yards, no touchdowns or picks to talk about. So for me, you know what? I wouldn't mind keeping Levis. I think that you know what? At the start of the year, yeah, it was rough. Bears game, rough. Jets game, rough. As he's progressed, he's shown that, you know what, if he takes a big hit, he's not, he is still poised. He's still focused. After that hit by Josh Allen, he still had some good throws. He was calm in the pocket. When he scrambled out, he was smart, and he kept his eyes downfield. And if it wasn't there, he checked the ball down. That was smart on Will's part. And actually, coming into this game, yes, Levis was sacked 20 times in the last 3 games. But in those last 3 games, Levis had a passer rating of 109.3. I like Levis a lot. He has shown the improvement, and he could be our guy in the future. I would not be shocked if he has a progression like Josh Allen. Josh Allen, talking about him, he's a great example of just learning from every single game. And now here he is, pretty much the front runner for this year's MVP. So Levis, I would like to think that he has a little bit of Josh Allen in him. He is learning and he is playing better. But I think just what killed us, mainly in this game, was the penalties. Now, even though we only had 4 the entire game, it's when they happen that hurt us mainly. We have the dubious honor of being the most penalized team in the entire league. But again, it's the timing that just kills it right here. We're talking about, here's one example, that opening drive with Pollard where he did score. If Radens wasn't holding, if he didn't get flagged for that, then that would have been like a touchdown. And who knows, we probably would have won. You know what? For fans of my podcast, Gridiron Chats, in the last episode, Steven and I, we made this bet. And so, the bet was, the Titans are playing the Bengals, and whoever loses that game, they have to wear a shirt of the winning team. Excuse me. And I made that bet after the Texans game. I was feeling confident. I was feeling good. Now, after the Commanders loss, and now this, not so much. If we are going to beat the Bengals, which we still have to wait to see what they do against the Cowboys, but if we do beat them, I think we have to be more disciplined up front, and if we can establish our run throughout the game, not just in that first little bit, if we can do that, I think that will give our defense much needed rest. And Levis, based on how he's playing, you know what? It could be close. We might have a chance. Maybe I won't have to wear a Bengals shirt. We can only hope. I don't think we're in the running to get Travis Hunter yet. So, hey, you know what? we have like 4 games left, so like we might as well try to win some, you know? But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And a hearty salute to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna say it again. Tighten up!